Hello everybody and welcome. Today we have two matches for you as usual. The first is a potential 6-pointer and the second is against a side that was the first team that we beat when we returned to the National League to be a legend. Hello, it's a very warm welcome to episode 8 of To Be a Legend FM 26 style. And first of all, thank you all for your support so far in this series. And if you do enjoy the series you're doing, leave me a comment, leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button, do all the usual things that help me here on YouTube. Much appreciated, and thank you to everybody who has done so far. We start the series managing Radcliffe, known as the Borough, for FM 26. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have two games for you. It's match days 24-25 in the Enterprise National League North. We are first up, both games at home, I hasten to add. First up, AFC Fylde, currently in third place in the table, literally 1 point behind us. So they will probably be challenging us, and if we can beat them, we open a little bit of a gap up between us and them, which would be rather splendid. We'll have a look at the table in just a moment. And then we face Oxford City. They were the first side that we beat in this series. Once we hit the league, as you'll see if we go back here to early in the season, we had 3 draws on the trot. Then we lost to Leamington, then we lost to Hereford, and Oxford City, there we go, the first green dot on the horizon. A 2-1 win on that occasion. Matthew Whittingham, I think he'd only just come in as well, scored inside a minute. George Glendon adding a second after 8 minutes. In fact, we scored all 3 goals in this game because Oliver Thornley scored an own goal on 11 minutes. So that is how we've been doing since you were last with us. I just need to check what's been going on since you were last with us, actually. If I just check my schedule, we had Rochdale and Leamington last time out, so we have played Curzon Ashton in between. Let's have a quick look. It was a 3-1 win, so we continued our our winning form is the word I was looking for. Chris Stokes, an own goal on 15 minutes. 1-0 at half-time then. Jack Robinson adding a second on 54. Matthew Whittingham adding a third on 61. 3-0 then, but we did capitulate. We've not done too many clean sheets, but Jimmy Spencer getting a consolation goal for Curzon on 67. We managed to see the game out. A 3-1 win, which was rather splendid, means that the table currently looks like this going into today's episode. We've all played, no, I say we've all played 23. There's Macclesfield have played 24 as well as Kidderminster. So obviously there's a game or whatever gone on there somewhere. Scarborough on top on 48. We are just 2 points behind them on 46. Fylde, as I said in the preamble, are 1 point behind us on 45. So a good 6-pointer. We could open a gap up between us and them if we are to win today, as well as closing the gap, hopefully, on Scarborough Athletic, who, as you'll see from the form guide here, a little bit out of form. Somewhat. In fact, we are on the latest, just point out, we are on the latest version of FM 26. It is a lot better since they've done the big update, and then they did a little mini update last night. And now you can see, I think I clicked on here before, you couldn't see who they wanted. Can we see the same thing if we go on the league? Yeah, we can. And we couldn't do that before. It's still not working for the lost against or the drawn against. But it is working for the won against, games won, and yeah, so it is working. But as Scarborough Athletic on a little bit of poor form, as it were, drawn 3, they've only won 1 of their last 5 basically. So that's where we are in the table at the start of the episode. That is the importance of today's game against FC Fylde. And here is the team that faces AFC Fylde in this National League North match 24. Hewlett continues, or Hewelt. I'm not sure if he's changed his name. Hewelt. Oh, I've been calling him Hewlett, but Hewelt, it could well be. In goal, it's Robinson, Park, Thornley and Riley, our defensive line. In fact, there's no changes from the game against Curzon. Huntley and Glendon are in midfield. Let's go the in-position view because that's a lot better. Whittingham, Harper and Green, the attacking midfield. Francis continues up front. And then we have a bench looking like this. It's Tyler, Partington, McFasden, Roscoe, Greenfield, Taylor and Dom Hubbold. And here we're back at Stainton Park playing a 4-2-3-1. Fylde also playing a 4-2-3-1, but defensive midfielders. They're making 4 changes from their last game. They are in third on 45. We are second on 46. We haven't played them yet in this series. Still first round of games. And we are underway. Francis getting us underway. Riley to Glendon. Glendon to Harper. Clark is on the ball for Fylde. Crossed in. Headed away. Whittingham is there. We got a counter-attack going. Whittingham fires one long. Looking for Green. Green is there. He just needs to cross this ball in. Didn't. Pulls it back. Glendon, shot, blocked. Goalkeeper's dropped it and he tried to punch it and missed it completely. And we didn't take advantage of it. And that ball, long ball forward, and they're on a counter to our counter, if that makes sense. Hardy's in there and Hardy's into the area. He's been pulled down. Nothing given. We've got away with that. Merry. Harper pulls down Merry, though, and that will be a free kick. And we will see the free kick. 4 minutes on the clock. Clark over the ball. Pulls it to Mayer. And this is a tough match for us. We got to be very on it. Well done. Cut out by Robinson. Whittingham is on a run. We need support now. Whittingham holds it up. Goes round his man. He just needs to pull this back. Cross it in. And Fraser Harper puts it away. And on 6 minutes, we do take the lead against Fylde. A good counter to their counter to our counter. And it was coming. And all Whittingham had to do is held the ball up very, very well. Harper gets there. And Boyce Clark in the goal. Couldn't get to it. And it's 1-0. And with nearly 20 minutes on the clock, Boyce Clark with a goal kick. Goes out to Clark. Clark to Colclough. And they are coming through the lines pretty well. We need to stop this. And Clark had a shot, and it was well saved by Hewlett or Holt or whatever his name is. Now we've changed his name. We're going to see the corner. Mary with the corner. Swung in. It's headed away, but not cleared. Bateman is there. And we really need to defend now. This one chipped in, looking for, and didn't find him. Mitchell, but straight into the arms of Hewelt. Ball launched forward. I seem to be getting a lot of long highlights. Maybe it's that type of game. That one chipped out, but not cleared. I need to be making sure we clear those into touch. Oh, play back into him. And we've managed to clear that one. France is now on a counter-attack once again. He's looking for support. He has support. And it was a poor ball in the end to Harper. He held it up and then gave it away. And Fylde come on another counter-attack. Moving the ball around nicely. That was showing a little bit of naivety by Francis. Clark's got bags of room out here. Somebody come out to him. Headed away. Whittingham is there to collect. Whittingham now on the counter. Huntley punts it forward, looking for Green on this side. Green cross the ball in. He's cut inside and he's put it away. That was a very deft, and we go 2 up on 23 minutes. And we are counter-attacking them very, very well. This ball out to Green. And I just want him to cross it in because he's got Francis here in the middle. But decides, rightly on this occasion, cuts inside, gets it onto his left foot and puts it in the side netting to make it 2-0. Bateman gets us underway once again. Mayer, and I'm not sure what that means, whether they're going to get one back again or what's going on here. Clark in acres of space again. I need somebody out here marking him. That's Glendon doing the marking. I'm not sure who's on this side. Riley's on this side. Where is he? I'm not sure. Moving this ball around nicely. Crosses this ball in. And it's gone wide, thankfully. I thought that was in the back of the net. "32 minutes on the clock. They have a corner. Merry with the corner. Swung in. It's headed away. Back out to Merry. Merry to Mitchell. And it's through the line. And I think Hewalt got down to it and put it away. "41 minutes on the clock. Another highlight to Fylde. They've had a lot of the possession, but we've not... been too bad out of possession. We've done a lot of counter-attacking. That was a poor ball and it caught a deflection, but straight through to Hewalt. And he gratefully collected that. Highlight's going to continue. And it's thrown out to Riley. And we have 2 minutes of added time at the end of this first half. And we have new splash screens at the end of the half. Look at that. That's a lot better than what we did. I think we barely got any information last time out. We get latest scores as well. So how are... The only thing is we can't scroll to... Oh, yes, we can. Scroll to the bottom is where it's at. Scarborough Athletic are losing, which means, as it stands, we go into pole position. 4 points clear of Fylde and a point clear of Scarborough Athletic if it stays as it is. Spennymoor doing us a favour as it stands at the minute. So that is good news. Fylde definitely coming into that game towards the end of that first half, as we can see. Picked themselves up a little bit after going 2 goals behind. We dominated pretty much that early skirmishes, but they've come back into it, so we need to be careful. And we know 2 goals is never enough, albeit it is a good start. As I said, they have the bulk of the possession, it's just their XG. They've had 8 shots, 5 on target. We've had 9 shots, 5 on target. It's just that, man, we've put away our chances. They haven't to date, and let's hope that they don't in the second half. And Bateman gets us underway in this second half. We get a highlight. 55 minutes on the clock. Riley with a throw into Harper. Glendon. Green. Riley. Glendon. That was a poor ball. Telegraphed it and gave it away. And they are on a counter. Hardy in space has a shot, but it's tame, and Hewalt picks it up. I still might call him Hewlett because I'm tempted to. Riley. As we approach the 65-minute mark. No more highlights so far. And let's have a look and see if we need to make any changes. Jack Robinson, getting very, very tired on that left side. We know that we have a ready-made replacement for him. Fadzen is on for him. And Riley, he's not having a good day out there, really. Do we bring on Partington to replace him as well at the same time? I'm thinking possibly. Having said that, Marshall Francis hasn't had a brilliant day out there. Do we do a little bit of schmoozing around? Hubbold has done well when he's come on previously. May bring him into the game. Not just yet, though. I don't want to change on both sides. I might just leave it at that one change for the moment. Let's go for the team talk. Want you to go out there and make an impact. There's plenty of time left. Yeah, I think that's a fair exchange. Let's get and see what happens. Nearly 70 minutes on the clock. It's a free kick. Thornley to Green. Glandon to Riley. Back to Glandon. Glandon finds Huntley. Huntley out to Whittingham. Whittingham pulls it back for McFadden. McFadden crosses this one in. And Devon Green scores our third. And that surely is the result now. Very clinical. And McFadden, who's come on, gets an assist. It was a lovely ball. It was hung up. And Devon Green getting up above his defender and puts it beyond Boyce Clark in the Fylde goal. 3-0. And with 75 minutes on the clock, we are going to make those couple of other changes that we've sort of intimated. Riley can come off for Partington because he's not played particularly well on that side. And we're going to take Francis off and bring on Hubbold. Everybody else is playing very, very well at the moment, so we're going to stick with that team. Faith going out and make a difference. Hubbold is motivated by that. That's good news. And we're getting into the latter stages of this game now. 88 minutes on the clock as we approach the 90-minute mark. How many minutes added on? 3. Discourage the team from long shots. I'm not quite sure what relevance that's going to do. We've stayed positive all the way through. I don't see any reason to change it. It's all over. We've kept a clean sheet and a 3-0 win, and a comprehensive 3-0 win at that. And again, we've got this much better full-time report screen, which is rather splendid. Hewelt, 81. An 8.1 rating. He's pretty much man of the match with Devon Green on this occasion. They had 52% of the possession, didn't make an iota of difference. Had 15 shots, 8 on target. We had 18 shots, 11 on target. 1.41 on the XG. They had 1.35. So I think it was Hewelt doing very, very well in goal. And we've got a lot more information here now. Out of possession. DA. I must check what that is. Passes completed and all the rest of it. They had lots of corners. 11 to our 4 as it turned out. But all that is irrelevant in one respect because the scoreline, this bit at the top here, is the bit that makes all the difference. 3-0. Harper and Green with 2 goals, giving us a splendid win. And I think actually remains, live table, we remain top of the table. Does that mean that Scarborough Athletic, they lost 2-1 in the end? So it's a good start to the episode. Well, confirmation of the day's results. And as we said, we've had a good day at the office. 3-0 winners over Fylde, who were 1 point behind us at the start of play. Scarborough Athletic were 2 points in front of us, and they have lost 2-1 to Spennymoor as it happens. And that means, if we get detailed actually on this, can we get detailed? Yeah. So they were 1-1 after 71 minutes. It was Dan Rowe for Spennymoor getting the winner on 89 that has helped us out on this occasion, but has done us rather splendidly. The table then does look like this, a proper look at the table. We are top on, after 24 matches, 49 points. is the total that we've got. Halfway point of the season, top of the table, won last five in a row. Scarborough, by virtue of their intermittent form, have dropped down into second place. Looked like they were running away with it at one point. We're a point clear of them. We are now 4 points clear of Fylde, who are in third place. 6 points clear of Hereford in fourth, and we are some 8 points clear of Buxton in sixth, and 9 points clear of sorry, did I say? No, no. 8 points clear of Spennyford, 9 points clear of Buxton, I'll get you right in a minute, and 10 points clear of Leamington, who are, Bedford, who are in seventh place, the last of the play-off places. I'd like to think we've done enough to get ourselves a play-off place as it currently stands. Marine have moved off the bottom by virtue of their second win in a row. They are on 20 points, so surely drop into the bottom position on 18, and then it's Merthyr on 23 in 22nd. Darlington are 21st with 25 points, but there are two other teams on 25. Southport and Curzon Ashton both on 25. They do have games in hand, though, to play, so that may well help them out as time goes on. Right, we have, if we go to the portal, we have 4 days down to the game against Oxford City, who we face up next. As I said, they were the team that we beat first in the Enterprise National League. They are on a run of intermittent form as well. They've lost 3 of their last 5, drawn 1 and won 1. Can we go and open a bit of a gap at the top of the table? And so you join me on match day, our match against 14th place Oxford City. Immediately behind us, Scarborough Athletic in second, face Southport, currently in 19th place. And in the other match that affects us, really, Fylde are away to Bedford, third plays 7th place. So that's how it stands going into this one. A big match, our second big match of the episode against Oxford City. And here is the side that faces Oxford City in this National League North Matchday 25. And it's a completely unchanged side to the side that beat AFC Fylde. Hewelt is in goal. It's Robinson, Park, Thornley and Riley are defensive line. Huntley and Glendon in midfield. Whittingham, Harper and Green as the attacking midfield, with Francis up front. The bench is looking like this: Tyler, Partington, McFadden, Roscoe, Greenfield, Taylor and Hubbold. And here we are, back at Stainton Park for the second home game in a row. Oxford City playing in green tonight, playing a 4-2-3-1 as well. Westendorf is their attacker. They are down in 14th place on 29 points. And they get the game underway. And devoid of highlights in that first half, but we do have an injury, and it's a potential arm injury to Harper, which is rather annoying. I think what we're going to do is, do we bring Greenfield? I think for now we bring Greenfield on as opposed to Hubbold in that, or do we? No, let's bring Hubbold on. Let's undo that, because the undo's moved from over here. Let's move back over here. Right, let's take Harper off. We will bring on Hubbold and see what they... So that is the change. We've not had the impact that we had in the last game, in this game so far. Let's trust you go out and make a difference. He's motivated. Let's see if it does make a difference. And we do get a highlight. It's Robinson with the throw-in to Glendon. Robinson, Whittingham, Whittingham, nice play. Whittingham, he's put it in the back of the net. And, well, defender just didn't do anything with him. And Matt Whittingham gets us in front on 33 minutes. Turned that defender, whoever he is, Burrows, inside out. And the goalkeeper committed himself. And Whittingham said, thank you very much. Not quite sure what's going on here. We have a free kick. Landon with the free kick. He can put them away. It is in Landon territory. He's come back off the woodwork. And the ensuing goal kick. Burrows. And they've got this one through. Wessendorf, the attacker, pulls it back. And it's gone wide. It curled away. And Hewalt. So no highlights. And we seem to have had a string of them right towards the end of this first half. Robinson forward to Whittingham. Whittingham inside to Hubbold, who's come on for the injured Fraser. And that one over the top of everybody. Whittingham, Robinson, Whittingham, Huntley looking for Whittingham again. Didn't find him, but Park is there to tidy up. Huntley, Glendon out wide to Robinson. Robinson, he's going to have a go on his own. He's put it away now. And we go 2 up on 43 minutes. It was almost identical to Whittingham's. And is it Burrows again? Burrows again that has suffered at the hands of one of our attacking players. Robinson this time going round his man and buries it in the side net in. And with 4 minutes of added time at the end of this half, this one crossed in. And Hubbold has a go from the edge of the area, but it's gone over the top. And those 4 minutes have gone by. A 2-0 lead at half-time. Then Whittingham after 33. 10 minutes later, Robinson scoring a second. And as you see, Oxford not had they had the early skirmishes, but they've not really been in it as such. If we look at the lines, picked up a little bit towards the end there. But we've had 62% of the possession against their 38. We've had 9 shots, 4 on target. They've had 3 shots, nothing on target. 0.65 on the XG against their 0.19 so far. So as it stands, we are happy with that. Scarborough Athletic must be winning, I'm thinking. If I can have a look, Scarborough Athletic are beating Southport by 3-1, which means that they remain just that 1 point behind us. Fylde were losing last time I looked, 1-0 to Bedford, which means that the gap between us and Fylde has opened up to 7 points. But we need to open this bit of gap up between them and us and Scarborough, really, to make sure things go our way. And we get the second half underway. Francis kicking off. Humphrey Evans on the ball for Oxford City. And playing it through the line. Hubbold nearly won that ball, but didn't get away with it as they come forward. Robinson trying to cut that out, and they've got one back through Jack Byrne on 63 minutes. And it was Robinson's missed. He should have really had this ball here. There. And that was the mistake. Robinson missed it. And Byrne was away. And chipped it into the back of the net. .66 minutes on the clock now. We're looking changes-wise very shortly. Huntley. Oh, didn't get it through to Hubbold, and we're in trouble again. We're not going to capitulate here, are we? Please. It's ball through, and we are going to capitulate. Westerndorf getting that ball in. And with 68 minutes very nearly on the clock, we're going to make one more change. We have moved Hubbold up front. Francis has gone out onto the right wing. He's taken over from Green, who wasn't having a good time out there, really. Greenfield comes on in that attacking midfield position. I'm not sure in that position he's best as an attacking midfielder. That's what we will swap him to. Attacking midfielder. And that's the change that we've made. The one change, having capitulated, we need to get back on terms. So, plenty of time left to change this game. Make sure it happens. That's true. Having said that, I don't know that goal went in. Something happened that I don't know happened? We're still 2-1 in the lead, believe it or not. Maybe it was disallowed. I didn't notice. And they come forward. I need to investigate that. I'm not sure what's going on here. Riley cuts that one out. Greenfield, Glendon, Riley. Needs to be very careful. Glendon outside to Francis, who's picked up a knock now, which is not good news. Need to look for another change in due course. Francis has a go on his own, but it's over the top. And on the 80-minute mark, we still have that lead. And the injury is a foot injury. Have we got anybody else that can play all right? Oh, we've got Taylor. Of course we have. We've got Taylor. So, in which case, Taylor's going to come on for Francis. That's our third change of the game. Hubbold, he's not having quite such a good game, but we've got no other attackers, really. The only other players that we've got on the pitch are defenders. We're going to stick with that. Team talk. Can make as many times as we want. Are we a bit early to say try to see this result through? Trust you to make a difference, and he's inspired. So that's good news. They come forward again. It's just a slender lead now. And that was cut out by Riley, who seems to be inspired. Must have heard me talking about him. Glendon, Greenfield, Glendon, Hubbold, Whittingham out wide to Robinson, into the area, pulls this back now, and Matthew Whittingham gets the second of the game. Jack Robinson, we've opened a 2-goal gap up again, and I think, I'd like to think that is it. Ghost goal that wasn't a goal, that something or other happened, not quite sure what. I don't know if that's a bug. We'll look at it and report it if it is. Right, closing in on 80 minutes. We're going to go to balance now to try and close this game down. Five minutes of added time at the end of this half. The other thing that is quite interesting is they've only had one shot on target, which suggests that other goal wasn't a goal. I will go back and have a look at the highlights. You'll have seen it. And it's all over. We've won 3-1, maybe 3-2. Not quite sure what happened. But Whittingham on 33, Robinson on 43. All the threes, look. Whittingham again on 83, giving us a 3-1 win. The Jack Byrne, the scorer for them, also on a 63 minutes. Maybe there's something in that. We had 60% of the possession, 16 shots, 6 on target against their 8 shots, 1 on target. The 1.26 against 0.56 on the old XG. Well, what can you say? We are still top of the table, just ahead of Scarborough. I think Fylde come back and drew 2-2. So we are just 6 points ahead of them. Now, we'll have a proper look at that in just a moment. And you come back with a little bit of bad news. Torn wrist ligaments for Fraser Harper. And, he's going to be out for 5 to 7 weeks. That isn't good news at all. Marshall Francis is just going to be out for 1 to 3 days. He got a bruised ankle, and I didn't realise, but John Taylor also picked up a knock, a bruised knee for him. He's going to be out for 1 to 3 days as it stands. So there you go. Such is life. Finishing up, this is how the table looks. We're at 1 point ahead of Scarborough Athletic, who have won for the first, for only the second time in 5 matches. We'll continue our run of 5 straight wins to stay in front of them. Fylde picked up a draw in the end and are third on 46. Hereford a draw and are fourth on 44. Spennymoor fifth on 42. Buxton sixth on 41. And Bedford seventh on 40 points. It's Chorley on the bottom, 2 points clear. 2 points adrift of Marine now, and 4 points adrift. 2 points. 4 points adrift of Merthyr, and some 6 points adrift of Darlington and Southport. Southport standing on that trapdoor. There's a 2 point gap between now between them and Kidderminster, albeit Southport and Darlington both have games in hand. As it stands, we are facing Marine. I think we're going to come back for Scarborough Athletic and Chester in the next episode. So we're going to play Marine, Spennymoor and Buxton offline. Come back for Scarborough because obviously they are right behind us. That is a 6-pointer, very much like the game against AFC Fylde at the start of this episode. So we'll come back for that. Scarborough Athletic and Chester in the next episode. I hope you can join me for that, and I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button. That keeps you up to date with all future episodes of To Be a Legend as they are released, of course. New episodes of To Be a Legend released every Tuesday and Friday, 4:15 p.m. Best way of keeping up to date what's happening on this channel is follow me on X at JustOffside2. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you for the next episode. Don't forget our other series, Where Eagles Dare. That's out on Mondays and Thursdays at the same time. If you've not been watching it, go and have a look at the playlist and watch it from the start as we manage Crystal Palace. Thank you for joining me today. Hope to see you for the next one. Have yourselves a great weekend. Bye-bye.